I think the reason each child should be included in school is to help him or her to learn and achieve and fulfill his dreams.
At school, my fellow pupils, they integrated me, they welcomed me, and they have been friends with me. They didn't segregate or they didn't reject me. We played together and learned together.
Yeah, the way the teacher helped me, for the first time when I came to school, teacher took me into the classroom and he told other students, please take care, treat well as you treat yourself.
The intervention of Wellspring in regards to inclusive education aims to see schools in the future that are the best place for children to be. You know, we want children to come to a level, all the children, irrespective of who they are and where they come from, to get to a level where they understand that the best place for them to be is the school. We want the schools to be friends of children. We want teachers, we want school leaders to be friends of the children, you know, and we want them to make an impact in the lives of the children so that even when these children have graduated from these schools, they will continue to remember that they got support in those schools, and it is that support that got them where they are now.
We think that inclusion is that process that looks for addressing all learners with special educational needs and disabilities to ensure that they learn in a mainstream education system. Inclusion means access. Children with special educational needs, children with disabilities should have access. So they need to be identified and referred to where they can get these services. But after just reaching the setting where they have to reach this, to get these services, they also need to make sure that barriers are removed and they participate. So participation is the second component of what we call inclusion.
We've made some progress, but there's still a long way to go in terms of access, as I've said, because there are children who are not accessing schools. They are not going to school at all. And there are also children who are at school, but they may not be accessing the curriculum. So that's another challenge, because going to school does not necessarily mean that they are learning. So they need some special support for them to be able to learn. But then there are also others who may not be able to succeed in the ordinary schools, and they need to be in a special school. So the government of Rwanda is trying its best to be able to respond to all these needs. It has started. There are some things that have been done, but as I've indicated, there's still a long way to go.
We as a teacher we are not capable to support such a child because, number one, we don't have special skills to support those kind of children with disability.
Yeah, challenges are many because we do not have enough materials to help them, to support them. But again, it requires extra time to care and to give what others have received.
teachers don't have enough skills to cater for those kids with disabilities or special education needs. Schools don't have enough equipment to cater for those kids. But when we go even in families in the community, some parents are not brave enough to think that their kids with disabilities can learn and achieve something. Some of those parents don't even send their children to school.
Some teachers lack capacity to really meaningfully, if I may say, take care of these children. But we know that the policies are there, well-written policies are there, but what is the problem is the implementation of those policies. So we are still lacking ability to synchronize policies that come from the top and how they are implemented at the school level.
I think each child should be included in a school because each child needs to learn and achieve to his fullest potential. The reason why I'm here at school, I want to learn like other children and fulfill my dreams.
Urwo rugendo tumazemo imyaka 6 tugendana rwaranzwe n'urukundo n'impuhwe nyinshi.
As parents, we bought all needed materials, and in addition to that, we used to come with him at school to make him more familiar with the school. One thing I'm happy with is to see him going out from the house and meeting other students, going to school, learning with them, and coming back after learning something new. That is what I'm really happy with.
Some of the people who support me in my learning are my colleagues. Because of physical disability, when we are from school back home, he gets tired, and what we do for him is to take his bag and carry it and hold his hand and take him to.
I keep encouraging him as my colleague in the same class, telling him you are like any other kid, you are capable, you can learn, you can achieve many things. I keep encouraging him. I like my teachers very much, and I have learned from them that I have to receive every kid without segregating any, because they receive all kids and they help all of them without discriminating any, without saying this has a disability, but they take care of every child in the class. As a teacher, I feel that inclusive education is important and necessary, because before, some kids were denied their rights to attend school, and they were not given opportunities to come to school as any others. And due to that, some kids felt they are incapable of studying and they can't do anything. But once they were given rights to come to school, they felt that they are also capable, they can do something. That makes me see that inclusive education is important and is necessary, because every kid is capable of learning and achieving something in their life. As a kid with disability, he is loved. Even if he has disability, other kids in the classroom, they love him. They love him so much.
One advice I can give to parents who have children with disability is to come close to them, play with them, talk to them, once you talk to them, there is something new they are learning on daily basis.
Yes, I see that every kid has to come to school, has to be included, regardless of whether they are girls, boys, poor, disabled. They have all to come to school so that they cannot get discouraged, or so that they can feel free to come and be included in the classroom and learn with others.
I want to be a doctor because I want to treat my colleagues.
When there is a child with disability in the classroom, the first benefit is that the child himself or herself develops confidence to feel that he is or she is valued. Such kids feel they are capable because we take care of them and show them love. They feel that they are also important people in the community. Even other kids in the classroom who are not disabled, they see that that kid is like them. You see that their mindset towards people with disabilities keep changing. As a result, the whole society or community of the school changes, and they change their mindset and the mentality towards people with disabilities, and they feel that every kid has the right to come to school and learn. You see that nobody is segregated in the school. They feel that everybody is welcome in the school environment.
If materials, like teaching, learning materials, are made accessible or inclusive, they benefit all the children with or without disabilities. And if you have adapted your teaching, learning materials in such a way that they include each and everyone, even those that do not have disabilities will benefit. For instance, a school, you make it inclusive. You remove the steps or stairs. You put in a ramp. Children without disabilities can just use the ramp, but it's hard for children with disabilities to use the stairs. So you see how even the inclusive practices benefit those without disabilities.
And the schools that were built when we had better understanding that, children with disabilities should not go to school, they are now being transformed to ensure that they provide access to the children with disabilities. And awareness has been created. As I've indicated, at least the Rwandan community understands generally, that every child, including the child with disability, they have the right to education.
At the beginning, when I first came to school, all people could not believe their eyes. They could all come look at me as if it's a miracle, it's something strange. But I thank teachers because they did all they should do to welcome me, to take care of me. And they helped me so much in my learning. Now, as a result of that, I'm performing well. Despite different challenges I faced, what I learned is that for the first time as children, all classmates were surprised to see me. They could look at me as something new. But slow by slow, it helped me to understand what is inclusive education. Because I felt like now I'm a part of the community. I felt like I'm also a student like others. So even today, I'm attending my class without any fear, any problem, or any other challenge.
I am very much excited by what Wellspring is trying to do as far as inclusive education is concerned, because when we look at our vision, 2024 for every child, I think that something special is going to be done to help teachers include even those kids with cognitive and intellectual disabilities, because in the schools we operate in, we have had requests of many teachers asking us, please, why can't you train us so that we can be able to support these kids who have cognitive disabilities? And I'm very much happy and I'm excited to think that these teachers will be supported, will be trained to know how they can handle those children.
For a teacher to help those kind of children, it requires them to have skills, important skills, special skills, deep understanding of how they can help them, of when they can help them or support them, and with which to support them. So they still have that they need a kind of empowerment, training, and so on, so that they can be capable of helping them.
We are mobilizing families to cater for their children. We are working alongside, as I said, with school leaders, teachers, to work with all children. And whatever we do, training teachers to be friends, to be parents of the children that are seated in front of them.
Wellspring is among the first organizations that have trained teachers, encouraging them to use learner-centered methodology and include every child in their lesson. Inclusion is an important part of our work because every kid has a right to education. And if it is every kid, none has to be left behind, because all kids go to school so that they can fulfill their potential, God-given potential, so that they can be active participants in the development of our nation.